Cody Brundage sounds like Cody brain damage. Brundage, brain damage. You know, like Cody Brundage. I mean, like, why is this guy in the UFC, man? I don't hate the guy. I've seen his interviews and all these type of things. He seems like a really decent dude. But sometimes you have to know if you're in the wrong career, man. Like he's been in the UFC for I don't know how long. He's had 8 fights. He's won 4 fights of those eight. One was that DQ win where he was crying about the Jacob Malkoon beating him up and then lightly touching him at the back of the head, and he over exaggerated that. And then the other one, he was beating the other guy on the back of the head and then slammed him, which I really cannot count as a win. Um, I had Nickal KO over Woodburn. I think the same happens here. You think it's possible? I mean, Brandage is not good, man. Like, I mean, Brandage is not good. So I wouldn't be surprised if anything like that happened because he has, like I was saying, he has like 8 fights in the UFC. He has 4 wins, and out of those 4 wins, one was a disqualification win, which he cried about to get, and then the other one was, I think, lucky because he slammed the guy. I don't know why, Zach Reese. I don't know. I think he was fighting Zach Reese, right? Yeah, I think something like that. He was fighting Zach Reese and he held on to that armbar and got slammed on the ground. That wasn't like a legitimate win, in my opinion. He's getting finished either way. Yeah. So it wasn't a legitimate win. So, in my opinion, or rather how I look at it, Cody Brundage has had 8 fights in the UFC. In my opinion, he only won 2, not 4. Out of 4, one was a disqualification, the other was what what do you call it? It feels crazy to be breaking down this fight because we all know what's going to happen here. Bro, Man City or Real Madrid? I'm sorry, man. Tyler Durden. I don't watch soccer, unfortunately, or fortunately. I'm sorry. I respect your sport, but man, I think MMA is the best sport on the planet. I don't watch soccer at all. Like I sleep when I watch soccer. Just raw guess. Based on what I've heard, Real Madrid, I guess. I don't watch soccer at all. I just watch MMA. Well, I even drifted off the topic. Guys, we all know that Bo Nickal is going to win. Why is this fight even happening, guys? Like, why is this fight? Why is this fight? Why did the UFC make this fight? And then they put it on the main card, guys. Man, the UFC guys, man, this is not okay. Like they are putting this guy to be assaulted, and then they put him on the main card so that the embarrassment can be seen properly by everyone around the world. When the eyes will be on the, what do you call it, on the pay per view. That's that's what the UFC want Cody Brundage to lose that fight in front of everyone. They're not going to put him in the beginning. Like they want to humiliate this guy because that's what's going to happen. And Cody Brundage has had 8 fights in the UFC, or maybe they're trying to get rid of him. I don't know. They've been trying to find ways to say, "Hey guys, we are releasing Cody Brundage," but maybe they didn't have a good reason because they have a good relationship with Factory X, so they didn't know how to tell Factory X that they want to release Cody Brundage. So they were like, what can we do? Let's put him against Bo Nickal in the main card. After he loses, we're going to say, we tried, dude. Like, you've been losing fights, dog. Like, You see, we gave you the opportunity. I get it. I get that a lot, man. Thank you. I think that's a compliment. I think they're trying to humiliate this guy, man. Like, I'm not even going to dignify this whole thing by actually trying to break it down because Bo Nickal is clearly going to win. Whether he decides to stand or whether he decides to actually take it to the ground, I think Bo Nickal is going to beat the hell out of this guy. I don't see it going to the second round. I don't think maybe Cody Brundage because he has had UFC experience. Maybe he might, I don't know, give him a challenge. But I need to mention something that I saw that I don't think a lot of people saw when Bo Nickal was fighting. Who was he fighting? Jamie Pickett. Yeah, Jamie Pickett gave Bo Nickal a little bit of resistance, and I saw Bo Nickal breathing heavily. I saw Bo, and even he said after that fight that it wasn't his best performance. So I know I'm laughing right, because Cody Brundage is not that good, but Cody Brundage has enough experience in the UFC to actually mistakenly win this fight, unintentionally win this fight. You know, he has enough experience to be able to mistakenly win, right? Like, it's possible. Because, like, that's why I'm highlighting the fact you look like Real Madrid, Mike Tyson. I'll do those things after my guy. This is for UFC 300. You have to at least put $10 on Cody. Yeah, I mean, because of the performance I saw against Jamie Pickett, everyone saw dominance. You know, everyone was like, "Oh, that dude is dominant," and all those type of things. But I saw him breathing heavily and struggling a little bit against Jamie Pickett. I don't think people saw. Go watch that fight again. What do you call him? Bo Nickal slightly. He struggled a little bit. Yeah, I think maybe Max is going to win that fight. I'm going to actually break that fight down after I'm done with. After this stream, I'm going to do Oliveira versus Tarukian, and then after that, I'm going to do Gaethje versus Holloway, and then after that, I'm going to do Zhang versus Yaonan, and then obviously the main event. So I think I'm going to break down every single fight on UFC 300 today. So when this stream ends, I'm going to start another stream and then subscribe if you're not subscribed. So I'm going to start another stream um, now. But we all know that Bo Nickal is going to win this fight. We don't even have to ask ourselves. But the thing with Jamie Pickett, I just wanted to highlight that. I felt like he struggled a bit and he started to panic, and it seems like he started to guess. So if Cody Brundage somehow, because he has enough experience, he might be able to take it to the second round. And if he does that, I don't know how Bo Nickal is going to perform because so far we've seen how these prospects do when they are pressed. If they are pushed beyond the first round, then it becomes a little bit of a problem. And Cody Brundage has a little bit of enough wrestling experience to give Bo Nickal a bit of a struggle to submit him, maybe in the first round. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. I didn't like how he looked against, even though he won and dominantly. I noticed some few things that might come out in this fight. Maybe that's why the UFC is busy giving him these cans that he can crush. And I'm sorry for calling Woodburn a can, but I mean, but maybe that's why the UFC is busy giving him cans because Tweezy, yeah, maybe that's why the UFC is busy giving him cans because they saw some few things. Obviously, they are privy to some information that maybe we might not have. So yeah, that's what I saw. But I'm going to end this stream here. Subscribe and join the next stream. I'm going to break down Oliveira versus Tarukian. So yeah, see you there. Now, I'm going to start the stream now. For now, I love you guys. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. See you on the next stream now in about a few minutes. Deuces.